Number 13, you have to square both sides to get rid of the radical, and when you do that, the radical disappears on both sides, and you basically have an Algebra 1 problem. So you're going to subtract x from both sides, and you have 2x minus 5 equals 9. Excuse me. Add 5 to both sides. 2x equals 14. Divide both of those by 2, and x equals 7. Excuse me. So we're going to plug that back in. The square root of 2 times 7 is 21, minus 5 is square root of 16. On the other side, you have the square root of 7 plus 9, and that's the square root of 16, and those are equal, so 7 is a good answer. Number 14, we need to isolate the x before we get rid of that rational exponent. So we're going to divide both sides by 2. And so you have x to the 2/3 equals 9. And the way you get rid of a rational exponent is you put it to the power of its reciprocal. And what happens is you end up with 2 times 3 is 6, divided by 3 times 2 is 6, and these cancel, and you have x. And what this really is the square root of 9, and then you're going to cube it. Square root of 9 is 3, cubed is 27, so you have x is 27. If you plug this one back in, you have 2 times 27 to the 2/3 is 18. 27 to the 2/3 is 9. 2 times 9 is 18. So this is a good answer. All right, on number 15, we've got to isolate the x before we can get rid of that rational exponent. So you have 2x to the 3/4, and that cancels, so it equals 54. Divide both sides by 2. You have x to the 3/4 is 27. We're going to put both of these to the 4/3 power, which cancels here, and you're just left with x. But this is the 3rd root of 27, which is 3, to the 4th power. X is 81. I don't have a calculator with me right now, but if you put into the calculator 27 to the exponent 4/3, you will get 81. If you plug 81 back in, you would have 2 times 81 to the exponent 3/4 minus 14. Put this in the calculator right here, and this has to equal 40. That would be 2 times 27, which is 54, minus 14, and it does equal 40. So that checks out. 81 is a solid solution. Number 16, you're going to add 30 to both sides, and you have 3x to the 2/3 equals 48. Divide both sides by 3, and you have x to the 2/3 equals 16. To get rid of a rational exponent, you put it to the exponent of its reciprocal. These cancel, and you're left with x equals the square root of 16 is 4 to the 3rd power is 64. To check for extraneous solutions, you have 3 times 64 to the 2/3 minus 30. 64 to the exponent 2/3. That's going to be the third root of 64. Hold on. Okay, I don't have a calculator, but 64 to the exponent 2/3, that would be 16 minus 30. That's 48 minus 30 is 18, which is what we're supposed to get, so this is a good answer.